Hello everyone, please contact Professor Robert for a sample or a customized paper of the following or any other assignment. EEB309 Wellness and Wellbeing Assessment Item 2 Case Study. Description: EEB309 Wellness and Wellbeing Assessment Item 2 Case Study. Value: 50%. Length: 2000. Submission method options: Thesis, online. Task: for this assessment, you will use the following scenario to examine issues around children's wellness and well-being, to determine appropriate strategies for early childhood staff. Consider the following scenario, then use the template to complete the assessment. Discuss the socialization, families, peers, media, and environmental influences, physical aspects of the environment, as well as the equity issues related to children's wellness and well-being in the case study. For each area, discuss how children's wellness and well-being could be addressed and promoted by the early childhood staff and leadership. Ada is 4 years old and has recently been assessed by his doctor as obese. Ada attends a long-day care center, 4 days per week. He lives with his mother and father in a 2-bedroom apartment in Sydney. He has no siblings. He has difficulty standing up unaided from sitting on the floor and finds it difficult to take part in vigorous physical exercise outdoors, as this makes him breathless. Other children in the long-day care center notice that Ada looks different and are beginning to call him names and make negative comments about his weight. The staff are becoming increasingly concerned about Ada's weight and the effect it is having on his general health. Ada normally has a packed lunch from home consisting of sweet biscuits, chocolate, and crisps. At morning tea time, the long daycare provides the children fresh fruit and vegetables, but Ada will not normally choose to eat anything. At drop-off time, Ada's father, Farshid, has told the staff that Ada loves to eat sugary cereals in the morning, especially those that come in the brightly colored boxes he sees on TV. Drop-off time is normally a very busy and rushed time at the center, so staff have not been able to discuss these issues with Farshid in any detail. Ada's mother, Amina, attends 4 half-day sessions at the local TAFE, as she is learning to speak English more fluently, and attending a workplace training course, in the hope of returning to work when Ada starts formal schooling. She picks him up at the end of the day. Staff have expressed concerns to her about Ada's eating habits. Amina says that she likes to ensure that her son has a meal he enjoys, and cannot afford for him to waste any food. It is difficult for the family to afford fresh healthy foods on their income. She rarely takes him to the local playground because it is often vandalized and in a poor state, and she feels uncomfortable because the playground is used primarily by white families who have made racist comments towards her. She and Ada rarely go out and have few friends or family in the area. Farshid often works long hours and is not normally home in the evenings. Amina confides that sharing sweets and crisps with Ada whilst watching videos is something they really enjoy together. Adapted from Alban, D.N. Mukherjee, p. 2008. Food and Health in Early Childhood. A Holistic Approach. Sage Publications. Instructions for Case Study. You will use the format in the template for presenting this assessment task. Word documents only to be submitted. PDF files cannot be marked appropriately. You are required to use an academic style of writing, which includes objective and formal language use. 12-point font is recommended with an easy-to-read font choice, and 1.15 spacing. Ensure that you reference subject modules and assigned readings using APA 6 edition referencing format. Adhere to academic integrity when citing the source per second of all information. A reference list is required at the end of the case study table conclusion. This template is available in resources on your INTRACT2 site. The EEB309 Assessment 2 Case Study Template. Title. Choose an evocative title that will engage the reader. Include a key aspect that encapsulates the overall message. Overview. A short summary paragraph outlining what is going on in this case study. Include reference to literature here to support your statements. Identify the socialization influences, for example, family, peers, media, that could be contributing to wellness and well-being issues outlined in the case study. Use subject readings and materials to support the identification of these socialization influences. Identify strategies that early childhood staff and leadership could implement to address these socialization influences to promote children's wellness and well-being in the early childhood setting. Best practice is based on quality research and theory, so include reference to these to substantiate your strategies. Identify the environmental influences, for example, aspects of the physical environment that could be contributing to wellness and well-being issues outlined in the case study. Use subject readings and materials to support the identification of these environmental influences. Identify strategies that early childhood staff and leadership could implement to address these environmental influences to promote children's wellness and well-being in the early childhood setting. Best practice is based on quality research and theory, so include reference to these to substantiate your strategies. Identify the equity issues that could be contributing to wellness and well-being issues outlined in the case study. Use subject readings and materials to support the identification of these equity issues. Identify strategies that early childhood staff and leadership could implement to address these equity issues to promote children's wellness and well-being in the early childhood setting. Best practice is based on quality research, so include reference to this to substantiate your strategies. Conclusion: a short paragraph to sum up, draw conclusions, and/or suggest the next steps to promote wellness and well-being. This is another opportunity to further demonstrate your understanding by linking to subject content. References: Oppa 7. Rationale: this assessment task will assess the following learning outcome per second. Be able to examine the socialization and environmental influences on health issues, and how they apply to children and staff in early childhood settings. Be able to discuss the role leaders and advocates in the early childhood profession have on ensuring conditions in early childhood settings that support the wellness and well-being of children and staff. This assessment task also provides students with opportunities to understand and articulate the concepts of wellness and well-being from a health model perspective, and how this pertains to the early childhood context. Recognize the impact that wellness and well-being has on the continuing development of a child. Analyze the socialization and environmental influences related to children's health issues in the early childhood setting. Consider theoretical and practical means for fostering the wellness and well-being of children in the early childhood setting. Recognize the role that early childhood directors and staff have in supporting children's wellness and well-being. Thanks for watching.